Alright guys, back working on the Ford. Today I worked on wiring. Let's take a look at that. I got all of my ignition system wired in, including the rev limiter. I got the tachometer wired in. I've got my electric choke wired in. I've got everything that's under the hood wired in. Worked out really well. Right there I got my power distribution. One on the right is the battery power, one on the left is key on power, so it's really convenient to add circuits to my system. And of course I've got plenty of room to add more stuff like big fancy expensive lights I don't need. Over here is another battery power distribution block. That one is more of a high amperage distribution block. In the future I'll probably have a winch attached to that. I'm also going to have front and rear power plugs, similar to what you might see on a forklift, to charge the battery, so that I can have a plug-in for front or rear winch and also be able to plug in jumper cables without having to chew up my batteries. Here's the inside. Got tack wired up. Got my air-fuel ratio gauge there wired up. And they both actually work. Went ahead and got all this assembled as well. The dash pad was just sitting up here last time. Now got the dash pad actually mounted, got the gauge cluster mounted, got the bezel mounted. Went ahead and got the radio bezel thrown in there too, but it's probably going to come out when a radio gets installed here. Hopefully not too long. This is the only thing that I need to get wired in and soldered up still. This is my pigtail for my fuel tank selector under the truck, the actual valve that selects which tank the fuel comes from. I need to determine what my signal is going to be off of that switch right there, from my front and rear tank to my relay, so that I can appropriately wire this without accidentally setting it up so that front says rear, or well, front is rear and rear is front, because, well, that's just unprofessional. And since I got my rev limiter mounted, I can't leave you without some good rev limiter bouncing.